Hello, Kumusta. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kreeystene. If you're new, kindly hope subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you're returning, you are highly welcome. On today's episode, I'll be talking about racism in the Philippines. I decided to talk about this topic because a few weeks back, a classmate of mine who is still residing in Nigeria asked me certain questions about the Philippines. And one of the questions he asked me is, are Filipinos racist? Is there racism in the Philippines? So I'll be answering this question today, and I'll be sharing my opinion about racism in the Philippines. Stay tuned and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment in the comment section. So before we talk about racism in the Philippines, let's talk about what racism is. Let's define the term racism. Racism is the belief that one race is superior to another race. Is the belief that one race possesses distinct characteristics, abilities, or qualities, especially so as to distinguish it from another race. So in layman's language, you're just trying to say maybe the white is better than the black. Yes, so you feel like the white is better or the white is superior to the black. That's racism. So now, are Filipinos racist? Is there racism in the Philippines? Based on my experience in the Philippines, I've been in the Philippines for 2 years, and I can say that majority of Filipinos are not racist. Filipinos are lovely, kind, open people. They welcome people, especially when you admire their culture. When you admire their culture, they embrace you very well. They appreciate you. I'm not saying there's no racism in the Philippines, but majority of them are not racist. So maybe we can say 98% of them are not racist and 2% are racist. I feel like compared to other countries such as USA and other European countries, racism in the Philippines is not as intense as it is in other countries. I've not really experienced intense violence or killings of Africans or black. I've been in the Philippines for 2 years, and I've experienced certain discrimination towards myself, towards my friends, probably because we are black ladies or because we are Africans. I'll be talking about them, but just to make it clear, just to make it plain to you guys, not all Filipinos are racist. Just a little act that shows they are not comfortable around you. That's how they act as if they are racist. That's how they show racism. They just do certain acts that makes it so obvious that they are not comfortable around you, and you won't see them do it amongst their own Filipinos. That's why it's an act of racism. It's just maybe some discriminating acts towards black, just some acts like that. It's not really so intense the way we see it in movies and all. It's just certain acts that are not right or that should not be done to another person because of the color of their skin. They'll make you feel like you're smelling, or you didn't shower today, or you have disease, or you brought disease to their country. Just certain acts like that. Funny enough, I feel like our skin is really not so different from theirs. Filipinos are, should I say, brown skin, and we were black skin. They're not white, they're not really white, they're just brown. They're brown and we are black. So I feel like there's not much difference. Maybe that's why the cases of racism is not much. There's one time I went out, I was vlogging in SMC side, and I met a group of Filipinos, and a particular man he lifted up his sleeves and he was showing me his skin, and he was like, no much difference, we are the same, we are the same. He was saying the same, and I stopped for a while. I was wondering, what is he trying to say? Because looking at the skin, I could tell that I'm darker than him, but after a while I understood what he was trying to say. He was trying to tell me that there's no much difference between us. So he was trying to make me feel comfortable. He was trying to make me understand that there's no much difference between us. So although he's Filipino, I'm Nigerian, or I'm African, there's no much difference. In the color of our skin, there's no much difference. And it just got me smiling. I was just smiling. I was like, I could see differences, but I was just like, okay, this is nice. This is a nice act. If everyone can have this understanding that the color of our skin does not make us better than any other person in any way, it would really help kill racism. The fact that you're white and this person is black doesn't make you better than this person, doesn't make you much different from this person, doesn't make this person less of a human being. No, we are equal. We are the same. I just happen to produce more melanin. That's why I'm darker. So let's talk about my racism experience. The first time I experienced a discriminating act from a Filipino or from Filipinos to myself was one time I was waiting for a jeepney and I needed to go to, I think, to Country Mall, to a mall, or to Cologne to get something. So I stopped there. I was waiting for a jeepney, and normally you can tell when a jeepney is going to stop for you. Like, you can look at a jeepney coming and you'll be able to tell if there is space, if there is vacancy for you in the jeepney. So this particular jeepney just passed me and it was partially filled. Like, there were Filipinos in the jeepney, but there is still space. Like, there was still space for someone else to fit in. A lot of space, like space for about 5 to 6 people. And then this jeepney passed me, and I'm very sure, I'm very certain I stretched forth my hand, because we normally stop the jeepney by stretching forth our hands to signal them that you want to hop in. So I'm very certain I did that, but this particular jeepney passed me, and I was really surprised. I was like trying to figure out why this jeepney would just pass me like this stop, and I could see that there was vacancy in the jeepney. And so after I bent my head like this. I was trying to see where the jeepney was going to, and when I bent, I saw that the Filipinos ahead of me, the Filipinos in front of me, had stopped the jeepney, and it stopped. So I tried to figure out why would this jeepney just pass me like that. And when I look at the people inside the jeepney, they were all Filipinos. And when I look at the people the jeepney stopped for, they were all Filipinos as well. I just felt like he probably doesn't want black on his jeepney. On 2 occasions it has happened to me. So I just felt like some jeepney drivers don't want blacks on their jeepney. Another experience was when we went house hunting, my friends and I. We were looking for a new house, a new apartment to move into, and on several occasions in the Philippines you would see a lot of house vacancies, maybe online, or I don't know, you get the numbers from an agent or something, and when you go over to the house to check it out, the landlord might just tell you that, sorry, I don't want blacks, or sorry, I don't want foreigners. There was this particular experience we had with a Filipina. We got the house already, so we just had to go there and finalize the payment and sign the contract and talk about when we were going to move in, and to also check if everything was in good condition. So I feel like she didn't really know we were blacks because we were communicating to her through an agent. And when we got there, then she informed the agent that she doesn't want blacks. We were astonished. We were like, we had been communicating with this lady, but why the sudden change? Why doesn't she want us in her apartment? And then we thought about it, and I just felt like maybe the agent didn't really mention to her that we were blacks. So when she figured out that we were blacks, she said she doesn't want us in her apartment. So we had to let go of it and find another apartment. So luckily for us, we got this place where we are currently residing in, and they accepted blacks. So you can't tell me that's not racism. Preferring maybe your fellow Filipinos, or preferring a white person or a Korean to black, and telling us plainly that you don't want us in your apartment, that's racism. So like I said, it's not as intense as it is in other countries, but these little acts are racist acts, and nah, it's not nice. It's not nice. So majority of Filipinos are not racist, but certain people, few people, show racism towards black people. They just show discrimination to you. They just show discrimination. They just make you feel uncomfortable around them and make you feel like, I heard of a case where where a Filipina made a black lady feel like she was smelling, even though she had showered and she sprayed nice perfume on her body, but the Filipino lady made her feel like she was smelling, and she was all like closing her nose and this and that, making her feel uncomfortable. So act like that are not nice. Doing such to black people are not nice. So that's my racism experience. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, please subscribe, and let me know what you think about this video. Thank you so much guys for staying tuned, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a nice day. That's it.